My name is Ishmael Lawrence, and I'm here at the VIP Cannabis event. If you can see, we're all having a good time, enjoying ourselves in the beautiful city of Los Angeles.
This is a great opportunity we're involved in. Would you agree right now? This is a great time to be alive right now.
Tonight, I'm going to talk to you about that plant-based medicine that Dr. Ray was talking about.
She's incredible. So please help me give this award to Tyla Sally, everyone.
You know, in the conversation I was able to have with Shawn Credle today, he said, Credle rather, he had said something very interesting. I asked him the difference in terms of cannabis versus we talked about prohibition and why this is so critical and important. And he said, when you think about cigarettes and you think about alcohol, neither one of them cure anything.
Who out there understands medical medicine? They put this in place and 100 years later, they're still using it. It's time for it to stop.
Cannabis helps regulate our anxiety. We get the right formula. Helps out tremendously. The nervous system. We've all seen the videos now of the kid, Charlotte's Web, having the seizures. We got a full pharmaceutical line by GW Pharmaceuticals, specific to kids suffering from seizures now. FDA approved.
Representing the LA Weekly, I hope most people here are familiar with it. Most people don't know the Weekly was founded in the 1960s. Michael Douglas, the actor, was one of the first investors. And the Weekly has always represented the culture and the climate and the demographics of Los Angeles. Similar to the Village Voice in New York. There was never any news. Music, entertainment, culture, the arts. And then some guy, Michael Miller, came along and said, why don't you guys be the very first newspaper in America to have a full-time cannabis section? And they said, wow, you think anybody will read it? Well, they are, and now we have 5.5 million readers reading a cannabis section in America. So thank you very much for that. Thank you for helping and following.
Well, I'm gonna take this right away on behalf of Pineapple Express. This ain't Shawn Credle. I thank you for this. That's nice. This is for Pineapple Express. Again, I mentioned this earlier, but without any of these employees here, without anyone actually working back, actually making these deliveries right now, we wouldn't be here. So I am not nothing without my troops, and I appreciate every single one of those people. It's not about me tonight, honestly. It's about the company, what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring, we're trying to spread health. We're trying to spread wellness to everyone and trying to break those negative stigmas.
When you talk about, some people talk about religion, other people talk about spirituality. Some people talk about the union of people. And I got a chance to meet this young lady, the one that put this all together, a dynamic woman, a publicist. She's the one actually introduced me to Shawn, who I interviewed earlier, Elvira Guzman, ladies and gentlemen, thunderous round of applause.
Thank you so much for the lovely introduction. First, I just want to say thank you to every single person that's in this room. From our team members to DJ Hobby, to my parents, to our title sponsor, all of my friends, Dr. Ray, every single person, you guys made it possible. The reason I wanted to do this event is because I got sick when I was 26 years old with an ovarian cyst, and my doctor told me that I needed to shut down my office on Sunset. And as a publicist, you guys know we're already type A, so to tell us we have to shut down our office within a month because we might die, because they don't know what they're gonna take out, they don't know if it's spread, they don't know what's happening, but from the size of it, they knew that it was something major. And the first thing that I did, being a former producer for Steve Harvey, is I started to research. And I started to Google what kills cancer cells. So guess what? Cannabis is one of the things that kills cancer cells. And I started to consume cannabis in every way, every form possible, in addition to doing other things that also killed cancer cells that you guys could research. And the next thing I know, my body is healed. I used to be 165 pounds. I didn't understand why, but it's because I had all of this toxic stuff inside of me that cannabis, thank God, helped me out. But just like most of you, I was embarrassed to tell my parents that I smoke cannabis, and so I would hide it. And one time at Christmas, my cannabis fell on the floor in front of everybody in the kitchen, and my cousin was like, whose is this? Whose is this? And I was so embarrassed, and I was like, it's mine, give it to me, I'm going outside right now. but long story short, I ended up convincing my father, who suffers from chronic back pain and who then suffers from depression because of it. And I convinced him to start consuming cannabis, and I've been teaching him about it. And just because of that, I did this event, because I said if it helped my father and it helped me, then I know that it can help at least one other person that's in this room, and that's why this is so special. So thank you guys so much for being here today.